How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? This is Marcus Brown.
DeCoven Riggins.
And this is another episode of Notice This.
Yes.
So today we are going to be reviewing The Lion King.
The Lion King.
And I guess since I opened it up, I'll go ahead and start. I enjoyed it. Now, at first glance, when I came out of the theater, I was disappointed and I was not happy. I wasn't happy at all.
He was not happy.
No, they took out so many things that made The Lion King special, but upon further review, I realized that if you're going to make it live action, like realistic, then certain things aren't going to happen in real life.
It's real.
So I will say that when I pushed that aside, the movie was amazing. The visuals were beautiful. 50 out of 10. They were great. But as a whole, it was a good movie. How about you?
You know, I really thought that they wowed me because most of the movie I had to continue to remind myself that these weren't real animals.
Yeah.
And so when I was watching, I'm just like, man, that looks just like a real animal down to the hair follicles. It looked just amazingly real. And that was one thing that just really stuck with me through the whole movie is how real it looked. And just the whole thing of certain parts being missing. I thought that's where they really did well, where Aladdin kind of failed.
Okay.
They made it real life to me. How an animal would react or look or behave for the most part, outside of the talking.
Well, I mean, animals do talk in their own language to one another, so they just made it in English.
But I really thought it was spectacular, man. I thought I can't really put my finger on anything that I think or thought that they could do better. I think.
Oh, I could give you some suggestions. A new Nala would have been great.
I actually like Beyonce in that role. To me, she said that was another thing that they did, and it didn't bother me, but I had to think, did this bother me? Everybody seemed to try to sound like the original characters for the most part.
Okay.
And it worked. It worked. And I thought, I want you to go back and listen to the original Nala and listen to Beyonce's role. And they are very close and very similar.
Yeah, but I don't know. Beyonce, her speaking voice.
Seeing you again? You don't know what this will mean to everyone.
I don't know. It just doesn't
It's
do
distinct.
it for me. Yeah,
it's extremely distinct. You know it's her when she's speaking.
Maybe that's what it is. And I realize, the Beehive don't like when you talk about her or whatever in a negative light. But it's not a knock against her as a person. It's just as Nala, I just wasn't feeling it.
Were you not feeling it because when you heard her, you was like, that's Beyonce?
Yeah, and the whole Lions, are you with me? That line, whoever wrote that should be fired. I just wasn't like, obviously we with you. Like, we hate this just as much as you do.
Yeah, but I mean, you still gotta ask.
Yeah, no, and
Because
again,
who went with her?
everybody. Oh, when she ran off to get somebody, she was alone. But when it was time to ride, they was down.
So she had to ask,
Nah.
are y'all with me this time? Because all the other times I kept saying, hey, we need to do something. Y'all was like, nah, you need to just chill and stay here. And she went out and did her thing. And then when she came back, she represented and she had to say, hey, are y'all with me this time?
I enjoyed. Nala was great. I just didn't enjoy Beyonce's voice, and I hated that line. That's the writer. That's not her.
I loved when they were singing and she came out.
Yes.
That part was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this, please don't watch this video. Sorry, we're too late, but spoiler.
It says Lion King review in the description, so if you didn't read it, it's your bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was a really good part, and I really liked how they integrated her with the play on trying to escape, because in the cartoon, of course, they never showed that. And I was talking to my wife about it, and it was interesting. I didn't even think about this. In the cartoon, you didn't know who was coming after them.
Okay.
Until her and Simba interacted. That's when you found out, oh, this is Nala. They couldn't do that in this movie because we have the cartoon already. So we already know who's coming. So the way that they got around that whole thing was, let's show how she gets away from Scar.
And that was really good. Yeah, that scene was like, I was sitting up in my seat like, oh, he's gonna catch her. It was really well done. It was. It changed it enough where I could say this isn't our Lion King. This is a Lion King for a new generation. And once you get over that initial, this isn't my Lion King, it becomes a much better movie.
True. I agree. So, what you rank?
5 stars.
Yeah, I give it 5 stars as well. It was a fantastic movie. I know a lot of people out there didn't like the movie, but if you sit back and really take some time to think about it, I think you'll like it a lot more.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. It's an amazing movie. CGI was well done. It was directed well, written well, other than that one line I don't like. Even the actors did good. They didn't make the voices like bombastic and overdone. It felt like I was just walking with Mufasa and Simba and listening to them talk. So that was cool. They picked great actors. Timon and Pumbaa was great.
I was just about to bring that up. I was worried about the Timon and Pumbaa because it wasn't the same actors. I was worried, but I felt like they really carried it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the biggest thing about the movie, Scar was, to me, the star of the movie.
Oh, yeah, Scar was a G. Yeah, Scar was, he was amazing. He made me enjoy the villain, like I tend to do. Because he wasn't ruthless. He was cunning.
Very cunning.
And I liked it. I don't like a villain that's just evil for evil's sake, but like that you have a plan, and no matter what, you're gonna make that plan happen.
Yeah, I thought, man, they couldn't have picked anybody better to play Scar. And in the way that he just really maneuvered every step of the way and made you feel like, I don't know, just, he had a power about him that wasn't like strength.
Okay.
But it was like dominating.
Yeah, it's like he said in the beginning, Mufasa has the strength, but he has all the brains.
Yeah.
And it really showed.
Big time.
Except that at the end when he slipped up. And, but then it wouldn't have been much of a movie if he didn't.
And the way they made him look.
Yeah. Everybody looked realistic. Nobody, like in the cartoon, Simba had the red locks, and he had a perm and everything. But it was really good. Everything was. I can't say enough good things, but it took me a day or two to get to the good things.
I knew immediately this was something special. So, I guess that's the end of our review. Stay tuned for more previews, more reviews, and let us know what you think about The Lion King. If you hated it, whether you loved it, let us know. We'd love to interact with you in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get more notifications when we do previews and reviews of movies. But from the Notis staff, Notis squad, we like to say we out.
Peace.